And so I want to actually talk about this other story before we finish this, because there's this back, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. Last year, around summer, around Juneteenth, there was, if you're familiar with, there was a couple of political figures that got into it. So a lot of you may know of Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a real big name in the Republican Party. She's got her own show. A lot of the establishment Republicans like her in terms of, okay, yeah, like the punditry class likes her. They'll, Tucker Carlson, she's on Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham all the time. Boom. There was another young black conservative female, Kimberly Klacik. So if you may not be as familiar with Kimberly Klacik, she got really popular for this ad she did. She was running for office in Baltimore, and in this video, she's walking down the street. She's like wearing a red dress, heels, but she's dressed really well. This fancy red dress, heels, and she's walking down the middle of the street, in Baltimore, and the street is just tore down, just in shambles. Okay, let me see. Let me just check out the statement. Candace Owens made a 180 in 2016 after Trump won the election. And if you're not familiar with Candace Owens, like if you, a lot of people who just know Candace Owens now, before Candace Owens was the darling of the right, Candace Owens was actually a Trump hater. And she had like a magazine where they posted anti-Trump stuff and articles. But then she found that there's the grift is strong with being a Trump supporter. The grift is strong in politics, period. But she found her niche. So Kim Klacik is, was running for office in Baltimore. There was this ad with her in the red dress. And in fact, yeah, why am I just let me pull up a picture of Kim K. I'm gonna pull up yeah. So Kimberly Klacik was doing her was what did this ad. Well, the ad was just so it went super viral, and it was an interesting ad because it's her looking very distinguished and walking through the streets of Baltimore, which were just in utter shambles, and she's talking about how this is what Democratic policies have gotten the city, and so she's running to 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 change the game. She's changed she to make the community better again, and that was her goal of running. And so she the ad went super viral. Trump even wound up, giving her shout outs, endorsing her. And okay, let me show you a picture. This is Kim Klacik. So this is Kim Klacik, and yeah, so she and Candace wound up getting into a beef last summer. And what happened is, now if you listen to Candace, Candace is going to lie about what actually happened. But here's what actually happened. Juneteenth happened. So for those of you who don't know, Juneteenth was declared a holiday, and Candace Owens decides to in her normal fashion, she decides to start criticizing black people in mass. And one of the things she says is how stupid and brainwashed black people are, that they just fall for anything. So Kimberly Klacik responds to Candace Owens like, it would be really nice if you not be so disrespectful to black people all the time. Like, could you stop being such, like just saying such disrespectful things about black voters and black community? And that one statement, that one admonishment set Candace Owens off. She just goes off on a tangent. She's like how, what? Like, and so now she's like, oh, well, now that I'm going to insult people, I'm going to start insulting you. And what she begins to do is she starts looking and digging into Kimberly Klasick. So she starts digging. She's like, hey, oh, yeah, you're supposed to run a nonprofit, right? Oh, where are the funds going? What are you doing with this nonprofit? Ultimately, she goes on Instagram. And now this is a funny thing because Candace Owens at the time had a TV show. She had her own TV show with the Daily Wire. And instead of going on the Daily Wire with this, because she actually invited Kimberly Klasick onto the Daily Wire, Kimberly Klasick says, no, I'm not going to go on your show. Like, why would I go on your show so that you could berate me? Like, I'm not going to go on your show. If you want to have a discussion on air, it's going to have to be in a neutral area. I'm not going to go on your show so that you can have all the control and just berate me. But what Candace Owens does is she goes live on Instagram and she makes this silly excuse. She says, oh, yeah, I'm about to go live on Instagram. And the reason why I didn't do this on my show is because this is so much stuff. And I remember watching this and I'm like, I wonder how gullible Candace Owens supporters are. I wonder if they're gullible enough to believe this excuse she's giving. Because I realized the real reason why she wasn't going on the Daily Wire with it. Why? So in fact, the Daily Wire, I think it's at least partially owned by Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro, yeah. So it was created by Ben Shapiro, and he's a lawyer. He's not going to allow Ben Shapiro is not going to allow her to use his channel, his network, his media entity to commit defamation. But nobody, like Candace Owens supporters, didn't get this. But she gets on Instagram Live and she just starts going off. She does like a 45-minute live and insinuates that, like, starts tossing out words like money laundering and embezzlement, like that she's running that Kim Klasick is basically running a criminal enterprise, and she's using like her political campaigns as a front. And people are like, see, Candace Owens supporters are just like rabbit at the mouth, like, see, we knew something was up with her. We knew she couldn't be trusted. And I'm like, y'all actually buying this? Like, if she actually had evidence that if Candace Owens had evidence that Kimberly Klasick was committing federal crimes, I said, would she go? I said, would she go to the? Would she take that evidence to Instagram or to the Department of Justice? What do you think she would do with it? But okay, so we're at Kim K filed her lawsuit against Kim K filed her lawsuit against um, against Candace Owens, and then we get to the point where she files the case. Then in January, while their case is still pending, her lawsuit against Candace Owens is pending. Cardi B wins a $4 million defamation suit against Tasha K. At this point, Candace Owens, if she's paying attention, if she has any type of a brain in her head, has got to be like, that could be me. And by that, Tasha K. Like, I could be in Tasha K's position. So what she did was she filed an anti-slap lawsuit to try to say an anti-slap motion to say, oh no, she's trying to silence me, from making public statements. This is like harassment. This lawsuit isn't done in good faith. It's being done to silence me. That's when Kim Klacik gives the update on the defamation lawsuit. And what happens is the case is moving forward. Candace Owens attempts to dismiss the case, failed. Candace Owens attempts to dismiss the case, failed. So at this point, Candace Owens has got to be looking at the Cardi B Tasha K case and be like, huh, if she's smart, I don't know. Like, Candace Owens has the capacity for intelligence, but she does a lot of dumb stuff based on, her personal gripes and nonsense. So I don't know where she's gonna go. Like, at this point, the smartest thing would be for her to wisen up and pull that stuff off the air, like, and apologize. That would be the smartest thing. I don't know if she thinks that that will hurt her, but right now she's in a point where the case is going to go forward, and according to Kim K, that next they're going to the discovery portion to determine whether or not actual malice is there. And if you look at Candace Owens doing a 40, like, there's so many parallels, and that's why when the injunction came through last week, where when Cardi B filed for the injunction relief last week, and earlier that week, Kim K's lawsuit survived dismissal. It's like, wow, we could be seeing this whole thing replay itself very soon. Because like within the next couple of months, this whole thing could be replaying very quickly. And
thank you for checking out this clip of Escaping the Echo Chamber. If you would like to see the entire live, you can click on the screen now, or you can find the link in the description box below. I'll see you next time.